All right, guys, we got something else to talk about. We're just jumping from topic to topic. All right, I don't want to be on here with you guys all night. I love you, but I don't want to be on here all night. And the game is on, and I want to catch at least the end of it. Okay, all right. Bill Simmons says the Spurs are not far from being a playoff team. I definitely want to see what he has to say. Let me go ahead and bring this up again because some new people in the chat. If you want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. Get yourself some merch, only 10% off. Or, this is another thing, you can just become a Patreon YouTube member, only $2 per month. And I appreciate all the love nonetheless. It really does mean a lot to me. And I got some other, designs coming pretty soon. So, yeah. In the chat, let me know how the game is going. All right. Okay. Shut up. Everyone shut up. We're looking at this. Bill Simmons says the Spurs are going to the playoffs, apparently. I don't know. Let's see.
I actually think they're going to have to, and I'm sure this is going to be a topic on this podcast and a bunch of others over the next 2 months, but I actually think they should try to figure out how to be good because I like some of the dudes on their team, like Keldon Johnson. Zach Collins is a fine rotation guy. Dev Vassell. Sohan, we mentioned.
Yeah,
so they're not that far away from being like kind of a first-round playoff team. I actually think they're going to have to, and I'm sure this is going to be a topic on this podcast and a bunch of others over the next 2 months, but like kind of a first-round playoff team.
First round playoff team? What do you mean? Like we lose in the first round? Okay, look, no. I love Bill Simmons. I love the podcast, but no. I don't think we're not that far. Don't get me wrong. I do love our players as well. All right. I love Jeremy Sohan. I think Malachi Branham has a lot of promise where he could be a star, maybe more of a Chris Middleton type player to Wembanyama. I do like these. But Devin Vassell, he could also be kind of a Middleton type player. We don't know, but I think he's probably the best player on the team. But overall, I don't think, because it sounds like what he's saying is the Spurs should just strap in, get some ammunition, win now. I don't think that that's necessary. And the reason being is because now we do have a lot of flexibility. Okay, we do have a lot of flexibility when it comes to all the picks that we have lined up. If let's say the Spurs don't try to trade those picks and get themselves another lottery pick or whatnot to try to get Amen Thompson or Kaysen or whatever they decide to do. But I do think that we have a safety net there, but I still believe that we should wait it out. Maybe get a few pieces here and there that can help with the development of Wemby, and then go from there. You got some years. I think that we're gonna have another tank, probably not on purpose or anything like that, but I just think that the Spurs are going to lose quite a few games this upcoming season. Wemby's not gonna come to the NBA and be like what Tim Duncan did in when he was like super young coming to the Spurs. That's not gonna happen. He's not gonna win a championship within a couple years. That I just don't think that that's possible, especially when you look at that team versus this team. That team, they had a lot of established players already, older players. They just needed that extra oomph, right? And Duncan gave them that extra oomph. But we're not in that situation at all. I mean, at this point, we don't even know where we're going to play Wemby. We don't know if we're going to play him at center, power forward, small forward at times. You'll get more utility out of him if you put him at power forward or center. It's already been known that the Spurs aren't sure if they're going to put Jeremy Sohan in small forward, power forward, or even point guard. I mean, it's going to be a lot of experimentation during this year. Also, even Victor Wembanyama overseas, he's trying to figure out what shots he wants to make or take, what shots he's capable of, what shots he could do a little bit more consistently. We're going to see some inconsistency from this team this upcoming season. I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs do. I know you say you love Keldon Johnson. I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs traded Keldon Johnson along with some picks in order to get an extra pick in the draft. I just don't know what this team going to look like. I would just wait it out, try your best, fight. But don't go all in on trying to win now. I don't really see a reason in that. Because when I think of that, I think of go and get an established star next to Wemby and try to build around Wemby right now. I don't think it's necessary, right? Like you got some really great pieces. The players that we have right now works really well with Wemby. If they continue with Trey Jones is a guy that can really set him up fairly well. He's great on the pick and roll. And Wemby's a great pick and pop player as well. So, that's going to be pretty nice. You look at Jeremy Sohan, obviously that's going to be a 1-2 punch as far as two-way play. So they're just going to be phenomenal on the court together anyways. I mean, it's going to be it's going to suffocate teams, honestly. I don't know what you do with that, because Sohan can guard 1 through 5. I don't know what you do with that. Even Wemby can guard 1 through 5 technically. So I have no idea. So that's going to be nasty. So you have some really great established talent. I just think that you need to worry more about them growing rather than we go all in on building around Wembanyama. Wembanyama is going to need some development himself. Now, do I think that he'll be Rookie of the Year? Yes. I think he'll probably be Rookie of the Year over Scoot. And that's just me. I think his game translates very well to the NBA, very similar to how he played in the G League for those 2 games. I'm not saying he's going to average 30 points a game or anything like that, but I think he's going to be a very good rookie and become Rookie of the Year. But it's just so much growth that we have to see, and I think this is a more of a wait and see season. Don't make the same mistake that every other team does when they get a great player, okay? And the Spurs are smart. They know what they're doing. That's why we're so ready for the future picks. That's why we made that great deal with the Atlanta Hawks. It's going to be absolutely sick if we keep those picks from them. But overall, this is a wait and see season, okay? You sit back, you watch, and you see what you got, right? You see what the landscape looks like in your division, and then you go from there. And if Wemby makes this crazy jump where he's like so good that he's pushing us into a play-in in the West, then maybe you start to consider it. But just do not make the same mistake that the Mavericks have made. Do not make the same mistake that the Cavs made with LeBron. Just don't do it. It's not worth it, and long term it's going to screw you up. So the best way to go about it is how we've gone about it in the past. Patience, patience, patience. That's my take on it. So will we be a playoff team? Maybe. I don't know, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Does that make sense? I don't know. I want the chat to understand what I'm saying. I feel like most people would agree with that, right? Like you just kind of weigh it out a little bit. Hopefully Wemby doesn't have an Uncle Dennis. Yeah. True. Chet is a rookie too. He is. I think the Spurs should be aggressive. I don't agree with that. I mean, aggressive in what way, you know? Are we talking be aggressive in this upcoming draft? I agree. Like if you can manage, if somehow, some way, you can go after the Trailblazers pick at 3 and they say, all right, look Spurs, you do a 3-way trade and say, look Spurs, all right, we're talking to the Toronto Raptors. We want Siakam because I think they reported there, right? They wanted Siakam, maybe OG. Okay, screw it. All right, listen, you got to send 4 picks to Toronto and Keldon Johnson, and we can make that happen. That type of aggression is perfect. I'm with that. That is aggression that I want. But if you're talking aggression as in let's throw a lot of picks out there and try to get another established star, I'm not for that. Or let's try to get Jaylen Brown and just throw a lot of money at him. I'm not for that. I think that's too much. Aggressive in draft, move up if possible. Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Be aggressive in that way. Let's go after SGA. Wouldn't that suck? I feel like going after SGA is going after who Primo could have been. But they're not giving up SGA. I don't think they would they? I need to keep more up with them. I don't think they would get rid of SGA. Let's see. Hold on to your cards. Okay. I don't even want us trying to get picks anymore unless it's for trading up in the draft. That's what I'm saying. SGA is untouchable. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? How the heck will we do that? I agree with Kevin here. If we're going to be aggressive, we should get another high pick this year, not CP3. Yeah, exactly. That's good aggression. I do agree with that. That's good aggression. I'm just saying don't go all out. Say, oh, we got our team established. No. And by the way, guys, this is a win-win for us, by the way. If you can trade away 4 or 5 of these picks and you get Amen Thompson or you get Scoot Henderson, like that's crazy. Okay, that's absolutely crazy. And you had to get rid of 4 picks in the future, you're still good. Like if you can hold on to your own picks, you're still good. It's like a win-win. Or if we don't do anything, we have so many picks in the future that you can still move and figure things out. You know? I don't know. What happened? Hold on. I'll read this and we'll get rid of this segment or get out of this segment. Pretty much, and I heard Tony is not happy about it. What are we talking about? I wasn't paying attention. I will wait to see how the point guards are in 3 years across the league. You mean he left the French team? What happened? Vic did ditch Tony in France, though, so I don't think Tony can control Vic's thoughts. Yeah. Oh, also, the whole thing with Victor Wembanyama leaving Tony Parker's team, from what I remember, it was more so for his development, right? You know, he just didn't want to get hurt, because honestly, Vic was so impressive. I don't think he had to play that much at all for him to still be a first overall pick in his upcoming draft. But he elected to. He just wanted to stay healthy, play less games. Because I think his games got limited to 1 a week. I believe that's what they said. Tony is not mad at Wemby. Yeah, I doubt he's mad. I bet Tony was like mildly irritated, but it was like, I get it, you know. Tony's gonna mentor the crap out of Wemby, bro. We ain't got to worry about that. He's one of us now. You ain't got to worry about that. Oh, and last thing I'll read. I feel like having Vic and Scoot on the same team would cause issues. I think Scoot has a little animosity with Vic. No, he doesn't. He tried to compete with him if they were teammates. No, he wouldn't. No. It's just a whole, I think that I'm the number 1 overall pick. I don't think he hates Vic. The way they went at each other in the you don't have to worry about, like, I'm not even gonna get into it. You don't have to worry about that. Think about it like this, guys. How many players in the NBA were sworn enemies? And this isn't even on this level with Vic and Scoot. How many players were sworn enemies, played with each other, and they were totally fine? One of which I think about, wasn't it Patrick Bev and Westbrook? Wasn't that the two? The most recent? Correct me, chat. I'm pretty sure. Those two hated each other, and then they played together, and they were fine. They loved each other. It's fine. Scoot to be fine. Am I crazy here? Nobody's correcting me. Barnes and Bryant? Hold on. All I'm saying is don't worry about it. They'll be fine. And they'll get along. It's not a big deal. Scoot is just competitive. Wemby's competitive. But the way their play styles are, dude, they will play so perfect off of each other. Like, so perfectly off of each other. But I don't know. We'll see if the NBA allows this to happen, though. If we can make it happen. But, yeah.